This Saturday, February 15th, we'll be having a Second Amendment rally up in Phoenix at our state capitol. And the rally is being put on again by Riders USA, a motorcycle club here in Arizona, and AZ Firearms, a gun shop just outside of Phoenix. And we'd like to post this video to let people know about the rally, to invite anyone who might be attending the rally or thinking about attending the rally from other states or from out of town, and to say thanks to the people who are going to be attending and who do attend, and also those who are putting on the event. So thanks to the people organizing it and to the people who will be speaking. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it'll be an outdoor event, and if it's like last year, there'll be lots of people talking, offering speeches, and then some tents and things for things to do. So I'm going to do it on the left side of the screen here, so I'm going to zoom in on the map from the state of Arizona. And while Phoenix isn't dead center physically in the state, it's basically the center of our state. It's got 3 highways that go into town. One comes from the south. I-10 comes east into Arizona, hits Tucson and goes north, comes up into Phoenix from the south, takes a turn in Phoenix and heads out straight west to LA. And where it makes that turn, there's another road, I-17, that goes north out of Phoenix and heads to Flagstaff. And where that bend happens and where I-10 heads north, that creates sort of a rectangle shape on the map. And if you scroll into the left side or the west side of that rectangle, it's pretty obvious where this one street splits. And it splits at the memorial there. And if we flip from the map over to the satellite view, you can see from the lawns and the grass and everything where that memorial is for the USS Arizona. And there's the plaza in the center there, that circular area. There's some parking lots around it, and then there's some lawn, some grassy areas to the west of the parking lots and the memorial, and to the east of our Capitol buildings. And that's where the 2A rally will take place, in the grass here, to the just east of our Capitol building with the big copper dome here. And expect that it'll be an outdoor event, so if you are going to be going to eat breakfast beforehand or meeting with people beforehand, use whatever facilities. This is an outdoor event. There won't be any facilities available. If you need parking, there should be plenty of parking here around the memorial. And if we have a large event and it uses all that parking, there is a huge parking lot to the west of the Capitol building, and maybe just about the same distance, a little bit further, if we need it. There's parking for the other government buildings here to the west. Now, if you're over here, if we are this busy, if I'm going to jump down onto the street view here and look back at the mining museum, and of course there's a big tree in the way. If you look at the mining museum, there's this giant mural, life-size really, so it's a giant mural of a mining dump truck. So if you're in one of these parking lots, head to that mural, and just to the right of that mural, you'll just head to the big mining equipment next to the museum, and you can snake through that little corridor, and then you'll be at the memorial for the USS Arizona, just cut across the plaza there, and you'll be at the rally. You'll see a lot of motorcycles there. It's put on, after all, by a motorcycle club. But again, it's planned for 4 hours. A lot of times people will bring chairs. Now, if it's real sunny, people will bring umbrellas or something. So if you plan on attending something or doing something after the rally, I don't think anything official is planned, but there are a couple of things you might want to consider. As I zoom back out from Phoenix, the event is being put on by AZ Firearms, so if you want to check out their store, if we head east down I-10, or excuse me, west down I-10, it looks like it's a river, but it's really just a dry wash, but on the map it'll look like a blue river. And just past that wash on the highway, you'll find Drysart Road, and if you drive down Drysart to the western, you'll find the AZ Firearms location. I'm going to jump back down onto the street view, and we can see the shop here, and it's on the south side of the street. And since the auction house has now moved a couple of blocks north, the gun shop has taken over the entire building. Plenty to see. It is one of the coolest gun shops I've been to. They've got really eclectic, a large assortment of stuff, and now that it's in a bigger place, it's more spread out and there's even more to explore. Lots of parking here just to the west of it, next to the barber shop, and that's one shop you might want to check out. Again, they're one of the organizers of the event. But if we scroll back out and we go back over to that rectangle where the event is taking place, and this time we're going to go north on I-17, just a few miles north really, there's a place called Shooter's World. If I can type it here while I'm talking. And Shooter's World is a large indoor shooting area facility just north of the event, where the event's taking place at the Capitol. And you can rent firearms there, so if you're looking for a quick place to check out firearms, if you're again visiting from out of town or out of state. Now if you're bringing your own firearms, you're just visiting from out of town and you brought your own guns, you might want to drive north to Ben Avery. And Ben Avery is less than 20 minutes, depending on traffic on a Saturday, maybe 20 minutes north of the Capitol. And I'm going to flip back over from the map to the satellite view, and you can see from space just how large the shooting facility is at Ben Avery. That's 1,000-foot or 1,000-yard range here. Lots of other bays available, shotgun areas, archery, all kinds of neat stuff. If you're really in the mood for a ride, and it's only 2 o'clock when the event is over, you want to drive up to Camp Verde, Arizona, and just outside of Camp Verde, near the wildlife park, oops, hitting the wrong thing, you can find a place called Copper Star, like our flag has a copper star on it. And that's an indoor shooting range just near, I gotta flip it back to map view, just near the outdoor, or the outdoor zoo there, or the wildlife park. And that is an indoor range that's not just an interesting indoor range and gun shop, but it also owns one of the full auto machine guns that was used in the movie Red Dawn. So if you'd like to shoot one of those, that's a little over an hour north of where the event will be taking place, the 2A rally. Now I can offer a bunch of options I can offer a couple of options for restaurants in town. You might not like some of my restaurant suggestions, but I can definitely let you know about any gun shops in town or some of the other ranges. If I can offer any other insight for people that are visiting, feel free to let me know, or let us know in the comments, and then others in Arizona might be able to answer some of your questions. So hopefully we'll see a great turnout this Saturday, February 15th, for our 2A rally here in Arizona. If you're going to be visiting from, again, out of town or out of state, safe travels, and until next time, thanks for watching.